Hi everyone, this is Andy Bajarski with Bojarski Realty, and in this video I'm going to tell you and explain to you the important need to have clipboards available when you show properties to buyers. This is very important because here's a picture of a nice long clipboard. Um, Give a clipboard and pen to all buyers with the MLS flyer. So let's start there. So when you connect with a buyer and they say, Andy, I'm ready to view houses, and you've pre-approved them and they're good to go on their loan, their next step is going to be to show them some houses. So I've mentioned in another video that you should probably never want to show more houses than 5 at a time, because people are not going to remember which house had what. You know, did that one have the 3-car garage? Which one had the pool? Which one had the granny suite? So as you show houses one after another, people are going to forget which one was which. So you need to give them something to help them remember. So what you want to do before you show houses is you want to print 3 or 4 flyers, MLS flyers. You can go into MLS and you can print customer flyers or borrower flyers that will just have the minimal information on it. And then what you do is you print 5 of these out, one for each house, and then you put the first one on the clipboard, okay? And then you put the second one behind the first, the third one behind the second, etc. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a clipboard that will have all of these flyers clipped to it for the homes that they're going to see. And why do you do this? And the reason you do it is because if you print out the customer flyer that has the comment section on it, the flyer itself will have a bunch of lines on it where the buyer can make their own notes on what they saw. So they might like something or not like something, and you want them to be able to write notes on the clipboard, on that flyer itself for that property. So that's very important, and it shows that you're competent. It shows that you're thinking of the buyer, and it allows the buyer to feel a little bit at ease knowing that they can take notes and keep those notes for themselves to help them remember what they saw, what they liked, what they didn't like. Maybe they don't like the neighborhood. Maybe they saw that the garage was not working. Maybe they think it's overpriced, or maybe they want another bedroom, or whatever the situation may be. It allows them to take out a pen and take out their clipboard and find that flyer for that property and take notes on it. That's why you always give them a pen as well, not just a clipboard. So you want to get yourself some clipboards, and I would say create 3 or 4 of these and have these ready. So you're going to have one clipboard with 5 flyers on each clipboard. So if you have 4 clipboards times 5 flyers, you're going to have to print out 20 sheets of paper, assuming there are one page per flyer. So, and then you just take those 5 flyers and you put them on each clipboard. You have 4 or 5 clipboards with you, and then you go meet the buyer at the first house. Now, why do you need 3 or 4 clipboards? Well, it could be husband and wife, and maybe they're also bringing their grandma and their uncle, right? So maybe they want to take notes, and if you leave them out, they're going to feel offended, even though they're not the buyer. But it's just a courtesy thing, and it doesn't cost you a lot more money just to print 2 or 3 more of these out. You know, and they're going to appreciate that. They're going to think that it's a professional thing to do. They're probably not going to expect it, and here you are with a clipboard with pictures, with information about the house, bedroom count, square footage, all that good stuff, and a bunch of lines for them to fill in. They're going to really think that's a nice touch. And the clipboard is needed because, you know, you don't want them writing. They might be in a bedroom and they want to take a note, and there might not be a desk there, it might be a vacant property, and you don't want them writing on the wall or anything like that. So you give them a clipboard, you give them a pen, each person, each adult that's there, and then you show them the house and you tell them, hey, you know, this is a clipboard for you to use. The first property is there. Take notes, write down good, plus good, bad, or ugly about the property so you'll remember it. And they'll do that. And they'll do that. Then when they're done with that property, tell them, hey, now flip on to, you know, 123 Elm Street. We're going to the second house. And they'll shift the paperwork, the flyer, to the next one. And then you show them the second house. And then they'll take notes for the second house. And then you keep doing this third, fourth, or fifth. And then usually what they'll do is they'll go over each other's notes. And then they'll say, oh, well, what did you put on house number 2, honey? You know, and they'll talk to the wife, and then she'll say, well, I didn't like this, that, or the other. And then it'll be an easier way for them to make a decision collectively on which house they like the most. So that's the importance of clipboards. And when they're done, just ask for the clipboards back. They'll give them back to you, and they can keep the paperwork for themselves. And hopefully they'll be ready to write an offer right there and then on the spot with you. So get yourself some clipboards. They're really, really cheap. I would say have 4 with you, maybe 5 at the most. Kind of get a feel from the buyer how many people are going to be there. They'll tell you, oh, well, it'll just be me, my wife, and my brother or whatever. So you know to bring 3. But if they bring 4, 5, or 6 people, make sure you have 6 clipboards. So kind of feel out the buyer. How many are they bringing? Print out your flyers for the houses you're going to show. Put all the flyers on each clipboard. Take your clipboards into the car. Show up to the property. They will meet you there. Never, ever, ever put people in your car. You're not driving them house to house. They are following you, or they are meeting you at the first house, and then they're following you from the first house to the second house. They are not going in your car. Okay, that's for liability and insurance purposes. Never, ever let any client enter your car. But this is a good little thing to use. They'll appreciate it. I don't know how many realtors do this. I would hope that a lot do. If they don't, and you're reading this, you should do it, in my view. It's just something that is a nice touch. It shows professionalism. It shows that you're thinking of the buyer and their needs. It shows that you want them to remember, what they saw, and when they get to keep it, they'll appreciate that too, because they can look at these notes. They can, look at how many square feet or this, that, or the other, and they can hopefully make a decision between themselves as to which, if any of those homes, they would like to write an offer on, and then connect with you, and then you can move forward and write the offer. So anyway, that's this video on the clipboard importance. Hope you liked it, and I'm off to my next video, and I hope everyone's having a great day, and we'll talk soon again. Bye-bye.